Hey guys, this is Mel, and we are here to talk about the CW Upfronts that were held today, which is May 19th, 2022. And we finally have the official finalized schedule for the 2022 to 2023 TV schedule, or at least a hint of what half of that is supposed to look like today. So I've done these videos before in the past, always because, well, originally, if you haven't seen any of those upfront videos before, the reason why I started doing them was because at the time my first video was covering the 2015-2016 TV series. The reason why I wanted to is because a lot of the shows that I actively watched and needed to watch at the time they aired were from the CW. So essentially I wanted to know where my TV schedule priorities would be going on, and that was based off of the CW schedule. And then if any other shows I liked out of any other networks pretty much revolved around the CW schedule. So then it just came to be that every year after that, with the exception of one, I didn't realize I skipped a year, but apparently I did, I would cover these videos. And it's very interesting to see a pattern, because not only in this video we'll discuss what was released today at the CW Upfronts, but I kind of like to take a little bit of a prediction of like what the mid-season schedule might look like. That might be a bit more skewed since the pandemic has shifted a lot of schedules since it happened. So I'm not even sure if this 2022-2023 schedule would actually kind of be the closest we'll get since pre-pandemic times. But we'll have to wait and see about that. But as I was saying, for previous upfronts, it's very interesting to see what the numbers are, essentially, and I actually had to do that. So first off, let's go into the listing. So up on screen, you'll see a list of what the returning shows are from the CW. So I have 13 on my list. As you see here, the new shows that we actually get starting this upcoming television seasons should be about 7 on screen. And then you get the canceled shows, the ones we won't be seeing come fall time 2022, and that should be a number of 10. Reason why I want to talk about this specifically, though, is because a lot of the shows I actually do watch, or I was watching, ended up being on the chopping block, and very unexpectedly. I've kind of grown used to the CW kind of giving us a heads up that if they renew a season, that it would be the final season, instead of it just kind of ending at the end of its current season, and then like that's kind of like that's it, no closure. I kind of have that expectation. If it's like the first season, you really don't know if things are up in the air or not, but after like it's hit like a season 2 or a season 3, I've kind of grew used to the fact that I would get a final season after getting a renewal update. But this year, no. So I figured I'd want to check, because we have 13, 7, and 10 as the numbers up on screen now. Though, let's compare it to all the other previous CW upfronts that I've covered. We have 2015 to 2016, we have 14, 3, and 3. So equal balance. You cancel 3, you get 3 new ones. Makes sense. 2016 to 2017, we got 15, 4, and 3. Kind of similar balance. You get 4 new ones, you got to take away 3. I skipped 2017 to 2018, but I did 2018, 2019. So we had 19 returning, 12 new episodes, but 3 canceled. So we pretty much quadrupled the amount of new shows from what was canceled. That was a huge jump right there. So that's something there. 2019 to 2020, so this is before the pandemic would have creeped in on us, but we had 20 returning shows, we had 13 new ones, and 11 canceled. So we're kind of slowly balancing out again, from like you get 13 new ones, but you got to take away 11, kind of a thing. And then we got the pandemic hitting. This one kind of shifted. So with 2020 to 2021, we got 27 returning shows, probably due to the fact that you had to push a lot of shows back because of the pandemic. You got 10 new ones, but then also 8 canceled. So you kind of see a little bit of a balancing point there, though. But this past year that we just had, 2021, 2022, we had 26 returning shows, 12 new ones, and 13 canceled. So I guess we kind of did see a balancing rate kind of a thing. And it just maybe now seems like, after seeing all these numbers, it just makes me more realize that they are trying to balance the amount of new shows that we get with the amount of shows that we cancel. It's now just a huge difference from getting 3, 3, 3 canceled. Now it's getting in like 8, 9, 10 canceled, So that's quite something. That's very interesting as well too, because from the business side, because if the first time you're viewing me, I went to school for screenwriting. I know more about the creative aspect of what goes into making a television show. I'm still quite new to the whole business side of things though. But for any of my shows, the reason why I started this channel is because I really love analyzing creative content. I love seeing continuity being thread through many different shows that are supposed to be connected to the universe, the universe. So there's that. But I'm getting off topic though. You guys want to know about the schedule. So, huge spoiler alert though. I might be touching upon some things to kind of put in perspective of like either airing or like where seasons are ending or stuff. I don't know. I only have very rough notes. Who knows what comes out of my mouth while I do this. So there's that. Also, yeah, I will put the link to the Futon Critic press release article that I got a majority of this information from. You can read it if you want to know specific details or if you want to know full summary synopses that they give for the new shows that are being introduced in this upcoming season. You go check that out as well. But now let's get into the actual fall 2022 schedule. So here it is. Sunday. We're going to go Sunday. I personally like to start my weeks on a Sunday. I consider it that, not a Monday. So we'll do Sunday. So Sunday at 8 a.m. we're going to get Family Law. It's actually a Canadian drama. So already it's going to be the first season. It's already going to have 10 episodes right there. And then at 9 o'clock, we're going to get Coroner, another Canadian show with season 4. They're supposed to have 12 episodes. So Sundays is looking like it's a similar episode slates kind of a thing. We'll talk about that later. Monday, it looks like we are going to be continuing, because I think they did this last year as well too, but we're going to have 8 o'clock with All American with season 5, and then at 9 o'clock we're going to have the spin-off All American Homecoming with its season 2. We'll talk about episode counts later. I'm not sure though, because for season 4 they had like 20 episodes, and then season 1 had 13 episodes. I don't know if it's going to still be the same for the new seasons or if it's going to balance itself out though. Who knows? So they might not even air the same, like have the same, like always air the episodes together. Like, so we don't know just yet, and that might affect when mid-season shows pop up. So we'll talk about that later. Tuesday, though, we're going to have at 8 o'clock the new show, The Winchesters, which is the prequel spin-off for the show Supernatural, of course. Because it's a brand new show, we have no idea how many episodes at this point have been ordered. It wouldn't surprise me if it's 13. It's usually 10 or 13 for the first episode, or for the first season, so there's that. But we also get a new show, or I guess newly acquired show, at 9 o'clock called Professionals. It has 10 episodes. It's starring Tom Welling, who used to be on the CW with Clark Kent from Smallville. So there is that. That we're going to see there. We'll talk about that show later. Yeah. And then Wednesday, we're going to Wednesdays, 8 o'clock. We're going to get Stargirl with season 3. I believe originally the show was supposed to be coming back this summer, but I think then they pushed it to have it be a fall release. But there's that. It's supposed to have 13 episodes for that. And then 9 o'clock, we get Kung Fu with season 3. Previously, season 1 and season 2 had 13 episodes, so it would not surprise me if season 3 also has 13 episodes. If that's the case, then both Stargirl and Kung Fu have the same number of episodes, so they will definitely be airing alongside each other until their season finale. So we'll talk, reason why I said that, we'll talk about that later. Thursday, we're going to have Walker returning with season 3, and then at 9 o'clock, we're going to have its prequel spin-off of Walker Independence airing. Again, there's no news about how long Walker Independence is going to get for the episode count. Walker so far has 18 to 20 episodes, so not sure if season 3 will get the same treatment, but we'll have to wait and see as we talk about that later. And then Friday is tricky because this is not scripted television, but unscripted television. But at 9 o'clock, or 8 o'clock, you're going to get Ben and Teller Fool Us season 9. And then at 9 o'clock, you're going to get Whose Line Is It Anyways? I believe those are 30-minute episodes, so you get two episodes within that hour of Whose Line Is It Anyways? So there's that. Now, Saturdays, we're going to have at 8 o'clock a new competition show or a new magician show called Magic with the Stars. It's supposed to be a mix of magicians working with celebrities to try to train them to be magicians. So that's something there. And then at 9 o'clock, you're going to get World's Funniest Animals returning with its season 3. So that is something there. Also, with that said, though, they did announce that Superman and Lois, Nancy Drew, Masters of Illusion, The Flash, Masters of Illusion, Nancy Drew, Superman and Lois, and Riverdale, which is coming back for its final season, will all be mid-season premieres, and then as well as the new show Gotham Knights. Sorry if I stumbled over the list. I don't know why I was reading it backwards instead of just going down the list properly. So that is something there. Yeah, I just blanked again. Okay. So that is something there. Now, let's get into... Oh, also Recipe for Disaster. That's kind of a reality unscripted show, so that's why I missed it. It's on a different portion of the list. But yeah. So let's get into mid-season prediction. So, my initial prediction. I don't know how I'm formatting it up on screen right now, though. But I think I don't know how they're going to do Sunday. The weekend schedule's a little weird, so I'm going to kind of hold off on Sunday and Saturday because I don't know if that's meant to be more of unscripted television or if that's meant to be for encore presentations or something like that, since they do have a bit fewer scripted shows than last year or the year before when they did start opening up to a 7-day scheduling system. Or maybe they have more shows that are on the back burner due to the pandemic that they want to fill in. So we'll just focus on what could be the mid-season replacements: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So with Monday, I'm not quite sure because, again, like I said, with All American and All American Homecoming, I don't know where these episodes lie. It wouldn't surprise me if Homecoming was only just 13 episodes, just like it was in season 1. But then All American has had episodes going from 16 to 20. So that could vary a little bit, and that could skew what the start time of the mid-season for Monday would be. Now, Tuesday's where I have an idea. So, the Winchesters could be 13 episodes, I'm thinking. If not, it could be 10 to match up with Professionals. Either way, though, I think that Superman and Lois is going to take the 8 o'clock spot for the mid-season. Just because the previous 2 years, it's only aired on Tuesday. We've seen it both be at the 8 o'clock and the 9 o'clock time slot. The reason why I think it's going to be 8 o'clock is so that Superman and Lois could lead us into the season, lead us into 9 o'clock with the premiere of Gotham Knights. Personally, I think shows that are in the same kind of realm of genre, or at least in the same universe per se, should air on the same night. So kind of like with Walker and Walker Independence, why would you not air them the same night? Vampire Diaries and the originals aired on the same night that first year when they were both on the air together before they split the nights up, I believe. Even with different versions of the Arrowverse shows, like Legends of Tomorrow and Batwoman this year, they were both on Wednesdays together. The Flash and Stargirl before in the past were on the same nights together. So I think Superman and Lois and Gotham Knights would be paired up together a little bit more for that. So that's why I think it will be 9 o'clock on Tuesdays. Because of that, though, going into Wednesday, I think we're going to have The Flash still coming in at 8 o'clock, like it did this year and last year. I think it's only going to be 15 episodes because last I heard, Grant Gustin had signed on for 15 episodes. So at most, if that's assuming we're going to get The Flash in every episode, then the season would be 15 episodes. I don't think they'd have anything any more. Like they wouldn't have too many without Barry Allen, right? So 15 is a good healthy number. So I'd be good with that. But then I also think the 9 o'clock spot to be paired up with The Flash would be Nancy Drew. Because it's been done before, and Nancy Drew kind of started already Wednesdays at 9 o'clock in the past. So like they've done well in that time slot. So why not return them back to that time slot? Plus with their seasons, what did I have for Nancy Drew? Let me double check. Yeah, for them, their episode count was 18, 18, and 13. So I don't know if they're going to be doing Maybe they might have a hybrid. If they're tied up with the Flash, maybe they'll both have 15 and 15 to kind of match it up, maybe. Who knows? Again, my full prediction, my own opinion. Take it with a grain of salt. Okay, Thursday's the interesting one, though, because for Walker at 8 o'clock, I don't know how long they're going to have that time slot and at what point. So, for example, if the spin-off Walker Independence only has 13 episodes and then the original Walker only has 18 to 20, that's a big difference. So that means whatever mid-season point is going to be staggered inwards. So I'm not going to put anything at 8 o'clock on Thursday, but I think if anything, at 9 o'clock, that would be where Riverdale gets put. Because it is the final season for Riverdale. I don't know how many episodes it's going to be, but again, with that show, they had various numbers as well for the episode count. They had 13, they had 22, 19, 19. I don't even think they've listed how many episodes are supposed to be in this current 6th season. So, and since it has aired on Wednesday, Thursday, and I think Friday, definitely Sunday, I think having it return for the final season on a Thursday would be beneficial because it's also been in the 9 p.m. slot as well. That's my take on it, at least. And then for Friday, so I was checking the list again, and I forgot to put Masters of Illusion. I know Masters of Illusion does occur on Fridays usually because it is also an unscripted show, so I would place it there. I just don't know if it's going to be 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. Okay, scratch that. I don't know at the time of this recording when it would be. But when I'm editing the video, it's probably going to be up on screen right now. So take a moment to check on that. And then, like I said before, I don't know how Saturday or Sundays are going to be because they don't have as many scripted shows as well. And it's also very possible that they've acquired other TV shows from other stations or networks or countries that they could fill in the spot as well too, and they just didn't list it. Because there were a few on the list I found before the upfronts today that were possibilities, but they didn't appear in the Futon Critic article, so I didn't think to talk about them here today. So that is pretty much it, though. But I did want to take a moment to just talk a little bit about the brand new shows that are going to be part of it, or a part of the CW lineup. So first off, we're going to go into the Winchesters. Also, the trailer, I believe, for these new shows, at least for the Winchesters and for Walker Independence, the new trailer for them did go up on TV Promo, the YouTube channel there. If anything, I'll put a link for it in the description box below so you can go check out the video itself right now. I also did a video about the Winchesters prequel spinoff. To find a card link up above about my concerns with it not matching the history of John and Mary that's been established on Supernatural for so long. So I will say this. I watched the promo. It's very intriguing. If I didn't watch Supernatural, I'd still be very interested to see the kind of formatting that that John and Mary go through. I'm still hesitant to take it as canon because I really hope they're not trying to retcon all of the history that they've established on Supernatural about John and Mary. I mean, a part of me after I recorded my video before about it was hoping that maybe this is another world's version of John and Mary because Supernatural has established that there is a multiverse in that world, or there was at least. So there's that. Two key things, though, instead of me just making a separate video about it, I wanted to take note of was that I really love the fact that in this trailer, we hear John saying the quote, "As long as there's a Winchester around, there's hope." His own, in the Supernatural show, Henry Winchester is the one who said that line to Sam and Dean. So it was really, really cool to see his own son, John, pretty much saying the line, and what I'm assuming Henry never did before, unless they changed that whole history here. But I'm really worried about the retcon thing. But the reason why I'm also surprised is, though, we actually see Dean Winchester. I was not expecting to see Dean Winchester. I know he's supposed to be narrating kind of like his parents' story in this, but I didn't think I'd actually physically see him in the trailer. So it has me thinking, is there more to this? Is this a different world version of John and Mary? Is this a different Dean that we're seeing? Because if you know the ending of Supernatural, you know where Dean is right now. So I'm very curious. I just really hope they aren't retconning everything. And I really hope I'm using the term correctly. But that's my little spiel about the Winchesters. Kind of didn't want to make another video, so I thought I'd put it here. But again, if you want to know a little bit more details about the synopses for the Winchesters, the Professionals, Walker Independence, Gotham Knights, as well as the Family Law, Magic with the Stars, Recipe for Disaster. Again, it's in the Futon Critic press release. The big link for the whole article will be down in the description box below. You could do a full read about that. Otherwise, if you want to know just specifically about one project, you can always just type it in for Google. Or what I like to do is if you go to Wikipedia, or even in Google type in 2022-2023 TV schedule. Click on the Wikipedia page for, it's like the first thing that pops up on Wikipedia. You click on that, and I like to go to that page when it comes to knowing like what the full TV schedule is going to be across all networks. As well, it gives you a list by network, by day, what got canceled, what got renewed, what's coming back. I really like referring to that page. And then it also really helps, especially if you like shows from different networks and you kind of want to know which ones overlap and which ones don't, so you don't miss a thing. That's a great place to start as well too. But otherwise, guys, I think that's pretty much it, though. I am still bummed out that I am not getting a few of my shows back that were canceled. So I still have those lovely finales to deal with in the coming weeks. But I'm very interested to see how this schedule plays out. I'm really wondering if I got any of my mid-season predictions correct. Again, this is based off of me as a fan predicting it, hoping like, well, this show would make sense teaming up with this one. Who knows on a business standpoint how they make these decisions? Maybe I could be completely wrong. I don't know. But it's always cool to find out I'm right off of like a big guess off of nothing, you know? So there's something like that, though. Otherwise, guys, that is pretty much it. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for your patience. Let me know what you think about which shows you are most excited to see coming up, or if you have your own predictions of where a certain show might be. My main predictions are based off of kind of what the genre is, and then also based off of where they previously were scheduled before in their past runs or in their past seasons. So that's kind of where my predictions are stemmed from. But I'd love to hear what your own theories are about that. Also, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and check out my other videos if you haven't done so already. And check out my other videos in the meantime as well. I've mentioned a few of them during this video, but if there's different playlists on my channel, so go check that out as well. Also, if you want, check my Tumblr page. Link for that is down below. I read blog promos, web clips, quotes, gifs, synopses, news, all that good stuff all found in one place. Go check that out. I am behind. I decided I probably won't start reblogging everything again until after Legacy has ended, which will be the end of next month. Again, I'm sad about that. But yeah, then because I like to do a whole mass reblogging thing, just because when I log into Tumblr, I tend to try to do as much as I can on it, and like I have to like schedule it as like a full day thing. So I like to have a lot prepared for it when I do that. So that's something there. Also, WordPress link is down below. Anything I post online is connected to WordPress. It's a little more organized, a little more detailed, but still a work in progress as well too. I had a little snafu with the Tumblr links that I would put on WordPress as an organizational thing. Apparently some naming conventions got changed while I was away and I didn't realize it, so I got to redo all of them, so hang tight for that. But otherwise, yeah, that is pretty much it. I will be back with regular videos once the Legacy episodes restart again. I believe it's June 2nd that they're doing that, and then the next one I hope to do after Legacies is the season 3 for Motherland Fort Salem, which is supposed to happen, I believe, later on in June, I believe. Near the end of June. I hope to do those videos because Motherland Fort Salem is having its final season as season 3. So, gotta get my thoughts out about that. But until then, guys, This is Mel. Wish you all a great day, great week wherever you are. Hope you guys come back and see what I have to say. Really appreciate it. And who knows, I might pick a series on this list to start doing more videos on. Can you guess which one it's gonna be? Let me know in the comments. Till then, guys, gotta go. Yeah, gotta go. Bye.